Hello everybody, and welcome to another Whether News Happens or Not video. As you know, in the last video, we uploaded an hour and 7-minute long vlog of us in Pigeon Forge. And we did talk about at the end of that video that we were going to do an update video, talking about what our plans for 2021 are going to be. And also we're going to talk about what we did in the year of 2020, which was a crazy year, yet a very successful year for Whether News Happens or Not. It's weird because last year, or 2019, it was an year for us, but it was a great year in general. But when you come to 2020 in the actual year, it was awful. But we had a very great year when the Whether News Happens or Not for the first time in like 3 years. So that was something new to experience. But today we do these videos. We've done these videos for the last since like 2019. We did one in 2019. We did one last year. And now we're doing one this year. And as you can tell, our color is purple this year. As you know, last year was blue. We're only going a little bit darker. Yeah. So we did that. And we are going to try to do a lot more videos. We'll get into that when we get to that part. Is there anything you want to say, Dawson, about last year or this year or whatever?
All I can really say is there were just a lot of bullcrap videos that we put out. It wasn't like any of the main stuff that we talked about that we were doing. It was just a lot of filler videos.
Yeah, in the last video we talked about doing a lot more content videos, which we did, and we also talked about doing two main things last year that we did not get around to doing. One of those being the Ghost series that we were going to do last year. We never got around to doing that because it was difficult, like it always has, we've said it a billion times, to get people to do it. So we really didn't even write it yet or anything, so we weren't ready to go with it. And we also talked about finally doing Riverflow, but we never got around to doing that. We actually were going to do it in the summer.
Yeah. But
stuff got in the way, and we instead did come home and Chase. Those are our replacements for that. We eventually will get to Riverflow at some point.
Whenever we get more casting.
When we get more people. And we'll do that, and that video will be a thing, and the series hopefully will become a thing. If not, we have other ideas for series that we've talked about for the last couple of weeks. I've talked about doing series, but we'll get to that in that section of the video. But right now, we're going to talk about, like, on the 6-year or the anniversary videos. The 6-year video will be in March, but usually in the anniversary videos I talk about what we've done in the last year. I want to do it different this time. We're going to talk about what we did last year today. In this video, what we did in 2020. So I'm going to go on YouTube because I can't remember. So the first video we did of 2020 was the update video that we had. And we talked about stuff we were going to do in 2020. A lot of those things we did not do. But a lot of the content things that we did say did happen. And so, like vlogs, we did one last year. It feels like we've done two because of the last video. But we did one last year, and we did a lot of movie review stuff. We did the Whether News Happens or Not show. That was a thing. We're still going to do those, by the way. We'll bring up those later. But we did that, and we did a lot more trailers this year. We haven't done a lot of trailers in a long time. 2017, I think, was the last time that we did a bunch of them. And this year we did 3 of them. 2 teaser and 1 trailer altogether. That was a whole entire thing. We had the sad, depressed night. Yeah. So, yeah. Those films of those ideas will be coming, hopefully, in the future. So look out for those as well. We did a lot of gaming videos this year. Like, a ton. Like, we did a lot of gaming videos this year. This year was really the year for gaming. We did about 10 or so gaming videos this year, which was unexpected. We also used some new equipment with the recording of the games and stuff. We didn't record the TV thank God we didn't, because that's no thanks. I've always hated doing that, but I finally got, for Christmas last year, a HDMI recording thing. So now we can record stuff. We also introduced Caitlin in the gaming videos, so that was cool. We had people come in for that. Our first film of the year last year was Retribution, And we did that film, and I told Dawson that I wanted to do a third part to the Arrow series where he actually gets his revenge and comes after Jack Gilmore. And I haven't played Jack Gilmore, and he hasn't played Arrow in a long time, so we kind of wanted to do something like that. And so we did that. What'd you think about Retribution?
Bloody.
Yeah, it's probably, honestly, compared to when we get later on talk about the Judge film, I think those two are the bloodiest films we've done this year. If not, Retribution might be the bloodiest because it has a lot of blood in it. So, and then we did more gaming videos. The channel trailer came out at this time. We started the costume showcase series with Captain America showing off the Captain America suit. And that series has really, really took off, which I don't think we've expected it to do anything, because usually when we do stuff like content stuff, they get like 40, 50 views and they stop. But all of these videos have gotten over like 100 views. It's crazy. We plan on making more of those as well, because they're easy and fun to do.
Yeah.
So, we made a lot more of those. We had the 5-year anniversary of Whether News Happens or Not. This year will be 6, which is crazy. We'll talk about that in that video when we get there in March. We did one of the best films, if not the best film of the year, views-wise. Star Wars Aftermath came out this year, which we did it out of purely nothing.
Yeah.
We kind of made it out of thin air. And it ended up becoming the most viewed video film that we've done of the whole year, which I did not expect, considering it only has me and Dawson in it. Which, it's funny to see those videos with just the both of us in it do really well. We also posted our TikTok videos. So Corona was becoming a thing, and we didn't have anything to post because stuff was going on and we had nothing to do. So we came up with the idea of, why not post our TikTok videos, because we've been doing stuff on TikTok a lot. And so you should check out our TikTok accounts right here. And Whether News Happens or Not has one too. So go follow us on there. But we did that video with a compilation of all of our stuff. If you want us to do a second one, leave a like on this video and comment, because we have a lot more than the ones that we posted on there. Then we did the epic Day of Prayer, which is one of the most epic videos we've done of the whole entire year. I wish that video got a lot more views, but it's okay. We are thinking about doing a bigger night film, not just The Calling, but something that involves the same suit, is what you were talking about. And so, yeah, that was just an introduction to Tristan the Templar. And him, well, he's dead, so it's whatever. He went into heaven, so it's okay. If you're wondering what that white light was, that's what that was. It was very different. And then we started the Unseen Footage series, which I didn't expect to start because like I said, COVID-19, big thing this year, and I was looking at my old computer, which is right there, behind us, and I found some footage from some of our old videos, and I was like trying to edit them together to see if I could like make a video out of it and post it, and I was like, well, why not? I'm just gonna put all the footage together and post it, because the videos have never came out and they're never gonna come out. So Unseen Footage became a thing, and we did Consequences, Johnson, Red Hood, which is the funniest, I think, Suggestion Box, Symbol of Hope, and The Foreigner. Somehow The Foreigner has 113 views. I don't understand. It's not a film, guys. Chill out. It's just footage. It's just footage from something we didn't finish. We did more gaming videos again. And then we did one of the most... It's funny because for a long time we went without having other people in the videos. And we witnessed the return of Preston in Uncharted. And we did Uncharted, and we returned to Talona Mountain, which was the first time in like 2 years since we went to Talona. And that was a fun video to do.
One of the coolest sword fights that we've ever done. Yeah,
it was the coolest, in my opinion. I think it's like top 3 best fight scenes in the films this last year. It was really great. How did it feel to finally play Nathan Drake? We've talked about wanting to do a Nathan Drake thing, and Dawson finally got to play Nathan Drake for the first time in like 2 years.
So many people have told me I've looked like Nathan Drake.
And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, there was some person texted Caitlin a while back and was like, I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like something about food. He was like, I will make you food if your boyfriend finally cosplays Nathan Drake. And she was like, he has been cosplaying.
Go look it up.
Because how many people keep telling him to cosplay.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Well, now they can go watch the film.
Yeah.
And see him even more.
That's what I thought. I was like, go tell him to watch the film.
Yeah, that we did.
About it.
Yeah, where Preston turned into the bad guy.
Yeah.
And got himself killed. Which, that's one idea for an episode of the show, is we were talking about doing unanswered questions. There's a big question in that one that probably needs to have an answer to it, but we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. But we did more costume videos, with one of our costume videos blowing up for some reason, getting almost 500,000 views. The Mandalorian suit, which I don't know, because it was like doing pretty well, and then it just started to just skyrocket from there. And now it's like the second most viewed video we have on the channel. So thanks for watching that, because it was a great video. We also did our first lightsaber video, and that was Star Wars: The Path of the Jedi. And there's a funny story behind that, and we'll probably, when we do the show again, well, like we said, we're probably going to, the whole show, the premise of it is to talk about films that we've done, specific films. And when we get to the show episode of the Path of the Jedi episode, or all the Star Wars videos, there's a funny story behind this one, because right before we filmed it, we spent 5 hours playing Minecraft. That's funny. It's really funny, and we did that to waste the time away till it gets dark outside. So
and we were like, we can just play a little bit of Minecraft and then like kind of just do whatever. And then we spent 5 hours playing Minecraft.
Yeah, we were making some stuff. So expect some gaming videos. We might show off what we've made in there over those 5 hours. So.
And room.
Yeah, we did the mansion. We did a Dome City thing. Just look out for that. Look out for that. It might be coming soon. Next, we did our first ever stop motion film, which was very new to us, because for a long time, for like the last 3 years, we've wanted to do stop motion stuff, because Dawson has a bunch of Legos, and we wanted to do stuff with the Legos. And we wanted to do a Star Wars Lego video 3 years ago, but we never finished it. And then we did this one, Death and Glory, which is the only stop-motion video we've ever done. I would say it's the best one, but it's the only one we've done. And it was great.
I was thinking about, I know we've talked about we need to do more, because they are pretty fun to do, honestly. Yeah. It takes time, but...
It took us 3 hours to take all the pictures.
Yeah.
For all of that.
But we did, like, it's 5 minutes. Usually people take 3 hours to take a bunch of pictures, and it comes out to be like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's like, we made a 5-minute one. It actually was pretty good. Like, a lot of people have said that's pretty good, and I think we need to do another one, because they are pretty fun to do. It is time consuming, but it is pretty fun to do, because after taking all those pictures and putting all the effects into it, and doing all this time and effort into it, it's like a normal video. You sit there and you're like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that I would take away from the first time we did it that we'd fix, especially and how how fast we need to make it faster, because I noticed, and I think we watched it together, that it's when you watch the scene where Dawson's chopping off the guy's head, it goes really fast, and there's some parts where it goes fast and it looks real, like it looks like a Lego is moving. But the other ones are just like and it's like next time when we do one, we're gonna try to make it faster, because it makes it more real. But we did that, and we plan on making more of those.
See.
Next, we did Chase, the film Chase. One of the very odd videos we've done this year, or last year. We saw the return of Ian. Ian came back to do a video, and we also saw the debut, not physically, but behind the camera, of Caitlin. And Caitlin, that was her first video. She filmed parts of that video, and so that was her first video ever. And we did all that, and it was hot as balls. We died of a heat stroke, and I don't think I've ever sweat so much in my life from doing that video. And we were wearing thin clothes, except for you. Me and Ian were wearing... I felt like I was wearing thin clothes, but I don't know. Ian wore like a lot of stuff, but that was July, so of course it's going to be hot outside. Next thing we did is one of our best films that we've done in the whole year, Come Home. It's funny because me and Dawson have wanted to do a war film for a long time. That's why The Foreigner was going to be a thing, but we never finished it, and that turned into Come Home, which is no script, no nothing. We just did it, and it looked awesome. Yep. So, Come Home, we did that, and that was the first video for Caitlin acting-wise, and so that was her debut, and then we had Hope in there too. She debuted as well. Those are the only 2 people we added this year. Yeah. Last year I talked about that we added Ian and some of Dawson's dogs were in the videos. But Ian was really the only person, and Serena in the contract, she was there with Josh. And those are the only 2 people that we really added, in Preston, that were really in there, and this year was Hope and Caitlin. So, yeah, that video was fun to do, filmed over the course of 2 days. Go watch that video, it's great. What do you want to say about Come Home?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it's a great video. It's.
I don't talk at all.
Yeah, he doesn't. There's the thing. There's a lot of videos this year, a lot of films where Dawson doesn't say anything. Like Chase and Come Home, and the list could go on and on. He just doesn't say stuff. There's a lot of videos out there that aren't in 2020 that Dawson doesn't say anything. Like VHS, which is a big one, because he doesn't say anything, he just moves. So he moves everywhere.
I move and I kill a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I do the same thing and come home. I move and I kill a bunch of people.
You move and you kill a bunch of people. Which, looking back on it now, I think we should have put lines in there. Because I think it would have gave... I mean, not saying that he didn't have enough character by himself, but it just felt odd that he didn't say anything. Yeah. But I get it. He was by himself. So what else? What is he going to say? He's going to talk to himself? Mm-hmm. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you in Vietnam? Yeah. And then we did 4 more gaming videos after that, which was a pain to do, because I think we'll never do that again, because that was 4 of them in a row. That was fun to edit and upload at the same time. Then we did the Fry Brothers teaser trailer. I really want to do that one. That one's like that film. That was fun to do. The idea for that really evolved. We were going to do a sequel to Undercover, and then it evolved into the Fry Brothers teaser trailer, and so we did that instead, and it was great. And so look out for that, because we might be doing that at some point. And then we did one of the most epic videos ever, the return of the Versus series, the Green Ranger versus Reptile. I really like this film a lot, just because it's the first time in the first time in like 5 or 6 years that the Green Ranger has not been in a video. And since Dawson played him in 2015, and so it was different to have, because we haven't done Power Ranger stuff in a long time. Mm-hmm. Like, I think since the Big Versus video was the last time we did anything with Power Rangers. Yep. So it was something different to do, and it was nice to do, and we finally got to use it, and it was great, and the morph was great. And it's just all of it was great. That's all I can really say, is it was a great video. We did movie reviews of The New Mutants and Tenet last year, which you can see our opinions on those if you watch the videos. And we did a vlog about what we do a day in the life of Whether News Happens or Not. So go check those out. And then we started in September the Whether News Happens or Not show. And that did really well, a lot better than I expected it to. But it was a thing that we're going to continue to do. It's fun to make, and so the show itself is great in general, because we just get to talk about our videos on the show. And that's the Whether News Happens or Not show. The idea of it we've had for a long time, and I don't know how long we've had the idea in our head for, but we wanted to do a show ever since we started, I think. Yep. And we finally got to do it, so expect more of those. We talked about doing them every week, but I don't think we're going to do them that consistent. We'll probably just do them whenever we can, and if we don't have anything to do, we'll just film them. So that's probably the way to go. Mm-hmm. And then we did a teaser trailer to Neverland, which I also forgot to mention. We're going to try to still do that one, too. We've been talking about Neverland for a little bit. maybe not in the videos, but off camera we have. And Neverland actually, Neverland was replaced by, or Riverflow was replaced by Neverland for the longest time. We were going to do that instead of Riverflow, and then Come Home was the one that replaced it. So it says coming soon. Look out for that. We're going to try to do that one next year, or this year, so we'll see. More gaming stuff, of course. We do a lot of those. Then, one of the most underrated films out of all of them, Halo, the Halo video. It's funny because we talked about this video idea in July, and at a Waffle House. Yes, that's great ideas come from Waffle House. And we thought of the idea, and we had it, and the title was supposed to be Halo Never Forget, because Dawson thought of that, and then we changed it to Remembrance, because he's remembering his friends. It's very important. And so we did that video, and that was fun, and we almost died of heat stroke, even though it was October, that I can remember. I don't know, but it was kind of cool, kind of not, especially for what we were wearing. It was very warm, I would say. And then the White Light Unseen footage came out. I did that, and the last 2 gaming videos of the year. And then we did the Judge Dredd film, which is the second most bloodiest film we've ever done this year, which featured Ian and Caitlin in it. So that was fun to do. And the first film we've ever done with a judge, because we haven't done anything with a judge since 2016. So that was that was fun to do. And then the last video of 2020, which you need to go watch right now, is the trailer for The Calling. And that was fun. We got to film that in the snow. First time we filmed in the snow since 2017. Yep. So that was cool and very cold. I would not advise doing that, but it's whatever you want to do. But that was the year of Whether News Happens or Not in 2020. And now we're entering into the portion of the video. Before I get into that, actually, we want to thank you guys for watching all of our videos in 2020. As you know, we're going to be doing more stuff in 2021, hopefully. I could say that and then a bunch of stuff happens. But we're going to try to do more stuff in 2021. As I said, it's the year of the color purple. And we are going to do a lot more stuff. And I thank y'all for watching all of our stuff. And subscribe, please, to see more. So without further ado, we're going to go into the portion of the video. If you skipped it to this point, I know you skipped it because you don't want to watch us talk for the whole time. If you're here because you skipped all the way to this part, hello. Hi. You missed a big chunk. Go watch that chunk because it's important because we talked about last year. We're going to talk about what we're going to do in 2021. The future of Whether News Happens or Not, basically. And we have a lot of ideas. We've always had a lot of ideas. There are 3 main ones this year. We had 2 main ones last year. We have 3 main ones this year. And then we're going to talk about a little bit more briefly about other ones. But there's 3 main ones that Dawson is going to talk about because he has brought the helmets of all those people today. And he's going to talk about what we're going to be doing with that and everything. And so our first main one, and I'm going to say this because we're going to introduce, for the first time ever, we're going to introduce the most important one first. The most important one of the year that we're going to try to do is Fett, which is the Boba Fett film. And Dawson's going to talk about that because he knows about it more than me. So that's the Boba Fett helmet he's going to be wearing in the film. We're going to do a lot of stuff with it. We're going to try to get a lot of people in it. And take it away, Dawson.
To me, I feel like Fett is going to be one of our biggest films that we're ever going to do.
Yeah.
That we've ever done.
Yeah.
Because we're making an actual set for it. Not like we did before, where we'd hang up a couple things. And
like Ranger, for example.
Like Ranger, or how we did for the Red Hood, where we just kind of move some stuff around to make it look like a shop.
Yeah.
No, we're building an actual set, to where you get the feel of you're in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's going to be taking place in the cantina, and it's basically your classic Western shootout kind of thing, where Boba Fett's like a gunslinger kind of thing. But it takes place in Boba's younger years. So, as you can tell, there's not the bullet hole, the dent in his helmet. There's a couple of scratches because Boba's been through some good fights, but there's not the dent in the helmet, and I didn't put that in there because it's in Boba's younger years, when he was kind of still bounty hunting. And that's basically the whole video, is he's picking up a bounty, and he's going after Trace's character.
Yeah.
And then, since it's your classic Western shootout, after everyone figures out that Boba's after him, because he has friends there, they all start attacking him. And then he attacks everybody else. Yeah, but it's just your basic Western shootout, kind of bounty hunting Star Wars film. And with the whole set that we have to build, all the costumes that we're getting together, I feel like this is going to be one of the biggest films that we have ever done.
Yeah.
So
this will also be a part of the Star Wars universe for whether it's time or not. And hopefully, we were talking about, like I said, series. Hopefully, we plan to make Boba Fett into a series because we talked about how there's going to be recurring characters in it from the bar. And so we're going to try to do a series with that too. So once you see that video, whenever that comes out, expect the sequel because we're going to try to do another one. But it's going to be bigger than the first one because this one's just introducing Boba Fett as the character that Dawson's playing. Enough of that. On to our second idea that we've been talking about all of last year, pretty much all of last year. So Dawson showed me this picture of this Power Ranger looking thing, and it was it was a silver wolf, right? Or was it silver? It was a silver wolf, right?
It was a silver wolf. Yeah.
Kind of like it was like a mix between the silver Wild Force Ranger and the red Power Ranger from the new movie put together, basically. And so we were going to do a film called The Silver Wolf. Then in the summer we changed it to The White Wolf, which is what the character's called. But the film is called Spirit of the Wolf.
Because the silver wasn't bonding well with everything.
Yeah, the silver wasn't working, so we changed it to white. And so our next idea, it's a big idea, is the Spirit of the Wolf.
So here's the helmet. It's completely head shaped. It's a really snug on my head because the suit is supposed to bond to his normal state. But this is the second helmet I made. As you can tell, it's an actual wolf head, basically.
He killed a wolf.
It's an armored, it's an armor kind of wolf head, blue eyes kind of thing. The original one I did was like a Power Ranger helmet, and then we kind of was like, well, we don't really want it to look too much like a Power Ranger, so I changed it to where it's a wolf. Yeah, with little ears and a nose and eyes. And this little neck thing that comes down so it's where it looks like it's attaching to the actual suit itself. I actually got some blue paint on it.
New colors.
I gotta fix that.
New colors.
But the White Wolf is actually we've had a bunch of made up stuff in the past.
Yeah, like South Jarday and the Power Rangers and the list goes on.
Yeah, but this one is
this is our first original superhero.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And all the characters are made up. The entire storyline is made up.
Yep.
The costume is basically made up now because I've changed a bunch of crap to it now.
Yeah.
But the whole point of it is there is a certain family that throughout past generations there's been this rock that came down. But before the rock, there was an evil monster that came down. I cannot remember the name of it.
The Mineron?
Yeah, that thing. Mineron. That, in some language, means walking death.
We tried our best to translate something.
But it means walking death, basically. And once every year, kind of like Pennywise, once every year it comes out. And
until you kill it.
No, not every year. It's like once every
so often.
Couple of, I think it was 27 years, 20 years.
I guess.
I think it was 20 years. Once every 20 years, it comes out of hiding, out of hibernation, and it kills a bunch of people. And if it feeds, it can still stay out. But if it doesn't feed, it only has a limited time of that day before it goes back into hibernation to stay alive.
Yeah.
But if it feeds, it can still go on and keep going through past days. Well, then there's a rock, because if you have pure evil, you have to have pure good to even out the balance. So, a magical rock fell from the earth, and a certain family picked it up, and it gave them the powers of the White Wolf.
Yeah.
Kind of like Black Panther.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the White Wolf's main job is to destroy it. And through past generations, no White Wolf has defeated it. Every single White Wolf has died in combat. But like I said, the Minoron Walking Death, it only has a certain amount of time before it goes back into hibernation. So every single White Wolf before him has just held him off long enough to where he goes back into hibernation, and then they die from their wounds.
Yeah.
But until one day,
the new White Wolf.
The new White Wolf that doesn't want to be the White Wolf.
Yes.
To give it character conflict.
Yeah. The chosen one.
Yeah. He's got to step it up to fight the Minoron.
Yeah.
And take up his rightful place in the family as the White Wolf.
So that should be fun, and we are going to try to do that this year as well. I don't know when, but we'll figure it out at some point. There's a lot of other characters in it that are involved, so we won't talk about them right now because you'll see it in the film. But yeah, that is another idea for 2021. Our third and last main idea that we have, and that we recently just came up with the idea like back in December, is the Red Ranger film. We have done a lot of stuff with the Red Ranger, including in 2015 where I played Alex McIntyre, the Red Ranger. Dawson has played 3 different Red Rangers, Jason Scott, Wade Sparks, and Wesley Richards, in 3 different videos. And this will be another film including Jason Scott, except this we talked about this on the way up to Pigeon Forge. This will take place many years after the events of the Big Versus video, because Jason Scott was in that, and his suit was completely different in that. That was when he was a youngin'. He's gonna be old. Not old, but he's gonna be an adult now.
It's the main idea of this film is it takes place, like you said, many years after the original Mighty Morphin kind of thing. Because the way how I'm making the suit, right now, all I have is the helmet, because I've been focusing only on Boba Fett right now. But the helmet's all beat up and scratched up. I tried to show it close to where you could see it, but there's like scratches and like cuts into it and deep gashes and stuff into it. But my main purpose is to make this suit just like how the original suits were, with the diamonds, the spandex and stuff like that, but make it like bulkier and make it epic looking, to where there's like bullet holes and like blood kind of on it and like scratches and stuff and like tears in the suit, to where you see like armor plating under the suit kind of thing, and make it like a really awesome looking Red Ranger. But it takes place, I wanted to keep it to where it was the main 5, red, blue, black, yellow, and pink. No Tommy or anything like that. Tommy does not exist in this universe.
Yes.
And the whole point of it, to keep it more accurate with everything, is the bad guy is basically the Machine Empire, which you see in Zeo, but we're not doing Zeo.
No,
we're doing the original
that.
Rangers. And the whole thing of it is kind of like, I got the idea of that short film that got banned and then got put back up and then got banned again, and then Saban sued him, and then everything else went to crap from whatever, was that Power / Rangers film that was like really brutal, and like drugs were involved and like different, it was...
People dying.
It was bad. But I mean, it was cool, don't get me wrong, but like with Power Rangers, it was just kind of... It just didn't fit with the way that they were doing with it, but we're bringing more lighter side to it, but it's still pretty epic and still pretty brutal, but not as like disgusting in the route that they were taking, because I'm keeping it to where it's like the original suits and everything. But the Machine Empire came and took over the world and combined their technology with ours and became one planet basically under one ruler, and became the Machine Empire. And Trainee and Kimberly are dead. Zach is in prison, and Billy is being mind controlled and held hostage to give them, because of how smart Billy is, more ideas, and to like basically kind of help them under his will, or forced against his will basically. And Jason's in hiding. Trace's character and Caitlin's character, the whole thing about it kind of like in Star Wars, because you have the Empire and you have the Rebels. So with us, we have the Resistance, kind of like the Rebels too. which is a small group of people that are trying to fight against the Machine Empire. And Trace and Caitlin's character, they're a big part of the Resistance. They're a couple of the founding members that helped it start up.
And their brother and sister, I think.
Yeah, they're brother and sister. And then Trace's character gets the bright idea one day, like, why don't we go look for Jason? He could help us and try to, because he has the powers to help, kind of thing. And so then it's a whole thing of them trying to find Jason. And then they find Jason. Jason tells them no. He's like, no.
I can't do that.
Can't do that. Sorry. And there's a couple of lines that we're going to be saying in it that really kind of brings out of like, because if you're listening to this right now, you're like, well, why wouldn't Jason help him? He's a Red Ranger. He would always want to help him. Because there's a certain line that we're going to say that will make y'all think like, yeah, that's kind of messed up. But like, I could kind of see what his point of view is on that. Caitlin and Trace's character gets found by some of the cops, the military people that are like robots, or like half human, half robot kind of thing that are part of the Machine Empire. And they're about to kill them, and then Red Ranger intervenes and everything else that happens. So
yeah. And there's that main idea. We have a lot more ideas that we're going to do. We probably won't go into the details of a lot of them.
No.
There is one that I do want to talk about. There's many more that we have talked about besides those, but those are the main ones. We are currently out, and it's going to have to be probably next month or the month after that. We're going to try to finish, because we've been working on the third and final part of South Jardé, the Season 1 finale of that, called Star Wars The Stranger. And we're still working on that.
I hurt my wrist.
Yeah, he hurt his wrist at work, and so we're going to have to figure out a day to film the rest of that stuff, because we've got to film some more scenes with Caitlin and Gabe, and then me and Dawson's end stuff.
Yeah, because I would normally be like, I would tough it out, but we mainly have to film lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
And my wrist is not going to like that, so...
Yeah. So we're still working on that, and we're going to try to get that out sometime this year. So, yeah, it's because most of it's edited right now. I've got part of it edited right now. Not all of it edited, because because of course we got to film more of it. But that'll be that, and the Fett film will be the next two Star Wars films that'll come out on the channel. So look forward to those. We don't know which one's gonna come out first before the other one, because we don't know what we're gonna be in the next month or two. Yeah, that's gonna pretty much be it. We have a lot of other ideas that we would like to go into, but we don't want to bore y'all with a bunch of make it a long video. So
I'll just name off a few.
Yeah, just we're gonna name off some of them and not talk about a lot of them, because that'll leave up to your interpretation.
One that I'm seeing kind of off the bat here is probably do Shattered Hood.
Yeah. Definitely that one.
That's a Red Hood one. Probably do the Batman one that I've made a while back too. There's Out of Place, which is a vampire film that me and Trace talked about a while back. There's The Calling.
Which we did the trailer on.
Yeah, so. Then there's The Elemental Rangers.
Yep, which is a original Power Ranger thing.
And there's The Woods.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but we have a lot of ideas going into 2021, as we usually do. And that's basically going to be it. Once again, thank y'all for watching all of our stuff in 2020. We are going to try to make more videos this year than last year, if not about the same amount. We're going to do our best to do as much as we can in 2021, whatever the year throws at us.
I know our main focus this year, Red Ranger and White Wolf is like a secondary thing, but I know we've talked about, we've had a little bit of meetings for it too. Our main focus this year is trying to do Fett. I know we talked about through basically the whole month in January, and maybe the beginning of February, we're gonna be getting all the stuff and preparing to make the set.
Yeah.
And that we're doing basically there's gonna be 3 things that come out for Fett. There's gonna be the actual video, the behind the scenes, and the making of the set.
Yeah.
And behind the scenes is behind the scenes. You already know the behind the scenes. The video is, of course, the video.
Yeah.
And then the making of the set is a bunch of stuff talking about, like, it's going to be kind of like a vlog kind of thing, but not really a vlog. It's the making of the set, of showing us getting all the stuff that we need for the set, getting all the paint, getting all the materials, probably getting the cast together, probably throwing a couple of videos of me making the costumes, and actually building the set, and like kind of showing all, like, we did this. Like, this isn't like something we kind of threw up anything. Like, no, we built an entire set kind of deal. Like, I've got blueprints in a binder that I've got at home that I have planned out for it, but it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, River Flow last year was our big thing, and we never did it, and so this Fett is gonna be that one, kind of like River Flow, where it's our big thing of the year. We always try to, ever since 2019, we've tried to figure out our big thing that we want to do, and Fett is gonna be that one for 2021. Because we noticed that last year we did a lot of Star Wars videos and they did really well. So, I mean, it was the year of Star Wars last year, so it was a very different year in 2020. But look out for all that stuff that we talked about, and that's basically gonna be it. If you like this video, leave a like down below. Comment what videos we should make next on the channel. If you have any ideas, comment down below. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, if you want to be in a video, comment down below and let us know. It'd be very much appreciated. And subscribe to the Whether News Happens or Not channel. My name is Trey Sparks.
My name is Dawson Mullins.
And we'll see you guys in the next Whether News Happens or Not video. Bye-bye.
Bye.